Flat Earth British, Martin speaking. Yay, welcome back. Welcome back, great Flat Earth British think tank. To Flat Earth British. I am back. No, I really am back. Okay. I have been surprisingly doing Flat Earth British stuff. Okay. All is for a reason, and all is very good for us and humanity. Okay. Putting me in a specific way is very good for humanity. Trust me on this. Now, I've been busy with bookage. There's a book on the horizon, guys, the lovely flat horizon, only weeks away, okay, hopefully, and there will be order forms, etc. And I'm going to be running competitions due to win this book. Now, this book, okay, guys, is hard evidence for the flat earth that is going to be released on the public. Now, I mean, it's not easily debunked and hasn't been debunked because it's been picked out of antiquity by you guys. Flat earth, great Flat Earth British think tank, so it can't be undone. It's in book form and it's going to be released to the masses shortly. Okay, a flat earth book. Now, ahead of that, okay, or at the same time, I'm going to be going to a convention in England. If you want to catch up with Flat Earth British, right, I'll show you all of this in the next week or two, because you'll be seeing a lot more of me in the next week or two. Okay, I've been busy, okay, all is for a reason. You will see, guys, you will see. The thing is with Flat Earth British, if you've been following me years, you've been following my life, like literally, haven't you? You know, like, so that's what's happening. It's life. You know, can't help things. This video, oh, you need to hang around to the rest, because basically we are doing Saving Humanity on Flat Earth British. Thought I mentioned this before, and I've been having a big think about that. And something's come up. Okay, now, apart from the fact that we're releasing a Flat Earth book on humanity, and we could wait millions and save humanity that way by bringing down the stinking friggin' Phoenicians, right? So at the same time as that happening, I'm thinking, like, in the interim period, okay, helping people or saving people. So I have a plan, and it's going to happen. Intent is set. That's coming up. That I like. I'm not pissing it away, guys. I've got a certain position, and I feel that I could, not say in power, but with position as public speaker, what have you, that I could do some real good here. You know, so I think I will while I'm here. Okay, guys. So that's what I'm going to be doing, because I care, because I'm an empath. Anyway, this vlog, okay, will be about a few different subjects. We'll be starting with the thought we're going to be looking at, thinking about 1812. A couple of years ago, there was a guy called Mudflood who was Electronics Project, okay, and posted about New Madrid events, which blew my flipping head off. I never knew nothing about this, so posted about it, okay, at the time, a couple of years ago, and people in America were like, apart from people who live in that area, it's like, no man, they never told us nothing about this at school. They keep this, and for good reason, undercover. So that changed all. There was comets, okay, broke off two different directions. Weird. Not really, because nothing is orbiting anything, because the Earth's flat, okay. Something happened. Something big happened. I wouldn't be surprised if history stopped altogether. Maybe it hasn't even been put back on. Okay. Tartars, an entire civilization, had seemed to have gone missing. They're not here. So where did they go? Where did the Tartars go? Did they rally them all back and put them under the catacombs in Paris? Or maybe some. What about all the blood? What could they have done with that? We're going to have a little think about what they could have done with the Tartars. Not in a morbid sense, though, because it's not really morbid, but in a historical detective sense. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look into an anomalous Star 40 type place called, if you don't know about Fort Sumter, it kicked off the American Civil War. Okay, helped to kick it off. This thing is just weird. It's huge. I don't think they had like the know-how, they say, from the official narrative or peeps to do such a thing. I don't know what's doing there at that period. It's older, much older. You'll see. It's a mud flooder as well. It's weird. And curio. I got loads of curio images of the day. I'm going to talk about my book. I'm going to talk about some ideas and stuff. Not ideas, stuff that's happening at the end of this. So, like, guys, there's a lot happening. Okay, things are moving and things are getting to be very, very epic indeed. More than YouTube. Okay, which displeases me constantly. They keep breaking it and fucking changing it. When it's quite, you know, it was brilliant 2 years ago. It's shit now. Nobody likes it. They're doing that on purpose. Anyway, whatever. Because we just like sort of just plough through and don't give a shit, don't we, people? You know, we're not worried about all that. Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, bookage coming. You're going to have a chance to win a signed copy of this as well, and it's all going to be talked about in this vlog. Okay, which is very, very exciting. Flat Earth book. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. Share, and whatever else they do in YouTube. But definitely, flat earthers out there, because I know you all watch me. Spread the word, guys. It's Flat Earth book. Flat Earth British. Remember? Been here since get-go. Yeah, I know. So, Napoleon turns up and he drags 600,000 men across frozen wasteland under the doom of this comet. Gets to a burning Moscow and just is a bit pissed off. He goes back home. Anyway, you know the story. Very interesting. You've got the domage controllers in here. This lady blindfolded because of the EM. I got a feeling that's what it does, makes you blind. She has active fasces, which we're going to see later. I've got some antiquity depictions have been sent in which show fasces releasing an electrical discharge, which is awesome. It's a reset. It's a reset, okay, on a big scale. And what bugs me is we have photographs of the Duke of Wellington, okay, but no photographs of one of the most important dictators in human history, Napoleon Bonaparte. When photograph existed, when he was down on Elba, they could have sent a photography crew and took photographs of him, couldn't they? Yeah, no, or St. Helena. They could have done it when he was in exile. So yeah, they were chased away by the temperatures of the Russian winter, and it killed tens of thousands, but they still got to have the wonderful Battle of Borodino. Oh, very exciting for them all. And then they traipse back from Moscow and they go through this very same battlefield, traipsing through all the mushy bodies of all the dead, which hadn't been cleaned up yet. So I think this dude's a Tartar. I got these depictions from an antique book I got in there from 1855, Punch magazine, okay, and they're all to do with 1812. So pigs, what's going on with pigs? Were they once people? Have they had a spell put on them? Because they got very humanish eyes, haven't they? And apparently we taste like them. And look at this guy chowing down. It's not even cooked. Yeah? So they're like just ugh. So we got some, I don't know, French elitist. He's offering this Tartar, who's a big fucking giant, the laurel leaf of control. He's saying, do you want to be our bitch? And you can live. You could take all them out, him and his cow gang. You could flatten them all, look at the size of them. What's he standing there for? Getting prodded. Anyway, I think that would be everyone just sort of doing that sucky up thing that, yeah, they're bending down to some dude. Yeah. A lot of sucking up going on in the past. I'm more elitists So he's there, he's like, yes, I'm a giant with a little head. Skull and crossbones. So all Phoenician skull and crossbones shit. Man, that's weird. An orchestra of the death. They're not even alive. What's that? Human? Human? I think not. So this must be a really boring show that they got on. I'm not actually sure what's going on in that picture, but it's all in 1812. Spies. Apparently, like walls have ears. Apparently they had a lot of spies. At this time. I'm really not sure what's going on. Maybe they were just rounding up the Tartars and just like Gestapo style, they just spy on everyone. Is it that there? So Napoleon had liked this guy, like on Time Bandits when he liked all them little dwarfs because they're little people. Maybe he is Napoleon. Maybe he's Napoleon's love child. No, he didn't bother with Josephine, did he? And what's happening here? Of course, that could be bullshit historical context. You know, there's not actually, without any, you know, all these paintings, no two look the same in Napoleon. I got 2-3 Napoleon books in my room, and they all got a different sort of narrative for the Prince of Corsica. I could never work it out. But he's a high-end Freemason. He's a royal. He's an elitist, and he's definitely a Phoenician. Okay, or one of them. Open for interpretation. So Europe and Russia, they're going into Russia crying. They're running to Europe, the bags over their heads. What are they saying? Save us, save us. And they're going back into Russia to die. Yeah. Okay. The control of information and centralized controlled religion put into a hot pot. So we got rhetoric, ancient testimonies, chivalry, or the weird practice of chivalry, okay, which is really strange. I'm not sure what these are with their happy hats, guys, but they look like they're getting rid of history and introducing new bullshit. I suppose this is the wholesale of humanity. They still do this today. You know, there's a lot of people have no chance with these people. Just not strong enough. They don't know how to be. So this is what the elites do. You know, the big four in World War II, which was Churchill and at the time it was Truman at the last stint, because Roosevelt had died, and Churchill and Stalin decided the future of Europe on apparently a doily, wrote it out on a doily, millions and millions of people's lives. Bit of an insult, that, isn't it? But there's Freemasons for you, and they do it, yeah. Okay. And there's that guy with the little head again. I wonder what's the deal with him. What are they doing? What are they doing? Testimony. Oh, look at him. You can't see him, can you? So I'm all sucking up. He's like, Sire, I better not tell him, he will kill me. Why is Europe such a long way away? Yeah. He's got a little head because he's got a little brain. I think that's the analogous thing going on here. Okay, not sure what they are. And balloon artillery. They have all sorts in here. They have bombs. And 1812, the big joke's on us, eh? Jack in the Box. 1812. Ba-ding! Let's try and work out the message, guys, what they are telling us. So he got two globes in his eyes. And he has a Labrise, which has 1812 on it. He's just come out of a Jack in the Box, which is a joke. Bang. And he's like, haha. 1812. 1812. Spider. and it's all words in the webbing, which all connect back to one central source, which is this here: tranquility, orthodox, moderation. So, see, civilization. Seemingly, you seem to get a lot of rules laid down by people. I think this is the candle of Lucifer. I'm not sure, but it seems there's a load of tatters and they're scrambling up this candle, even the horse, to get the fuck away from something so bad. And what has Lucifer got? What is the Phoenician capitals? Rome, Paris, Constantinople, London, New York, Stockholm. Perfect sense. And that's him. Yes, that's him. Lumiere, or illumination, would probably be Lucifer. And they are desperate to get out of this. What is the B thing? What is the B thing? Excuse me, my voice is off. Sorry. Just a politician, looks like a bat. It's been zapped by the candle's rays. Zzz. I'm off. And a map of Europe made into a human's face. Or parts of Europe. Finland. Let's have a little look at this. Why is everyone in a bowl? In water? Everyone's underwater in a bowl. Constantinople, Black Sea, so these are Tartars. Behind the Caucasus. Okay, we're moving on. So, I don't know whether this is holographic behaviour. You'd add them in other narratives, in the Indian classics, etc. Krishna would make holographic armies on the mountains, on the hills, and you got the same thing here. They're coming in, bigger than mountains, and everyone's petrified. This is what I don't like. I know one or two of you have seen this before, but look at this. What's that? Little clown face, guys. In 1812. What's it doing there? What are they telling us? I'll tell you what they're telling us. Something really bad happened. So you got a Roman, with a flail. A Roman in 1812 with a flail. And killing Tartars, it would appear. This one looks like he's doing a bit of business. He must have took a bit of money. Oh, it says Cossacks. So, the Cossacks as well. And more running from anomalous armies and wind blowing in. Is this a suggestion for weather modification? Sometimes it is. I'll stuff that 1812 down your throat. Why would they do that? Get my head around that. Unless, of course, that something really terrible happened and history was switched off, and this was our start point from the reset, and all of that went before us. Remember, or everything. These are out of a book from 1855 in the room. Okay, that I've grabbed. All other things, publications, everything on here, images have been altered. All books sent to the Low Countries to be translated. As you might not know, I've got a book about it, where it's argued upon between different denominations of church. They come up with, well, we'll put this out, and there's no reality in any of it, because it's got an agenda set by evil people, with just them to profit at the end, obviously. Oh, what's happened with him? He's crying. Yes, it is pretty bad. I'm not sure, but his face looks very human-y. Looks like he's going in for a fight. I'll get him! I'll get him! Don't! There's too many! Or something. So, more French depictions. I think this one's associated with the French Revolution, but I definitely think that's a key to it as well. So, that's what we're thinking about, 1812. We're going to move on. The blood. Could it be Nothing new under the sun. Remember that. Then they put it into the building of all of the red brick constructions. It has been prostrated. These buildings have been built by the Tartars. What if the red brick ones, which don't really, when I show you now, have Tartarian attributations as such, more Phoenician? Could it be that they used bone, as I will show you a bit later? Many probably went missing under catacombs, like the 18.5 plus million under the catacombs of Paris, which we're going to have a look at as well. And all of them foundlings that turn up just after 1812, where are all their parents? There must be millions. Where did they go? So, use of blood and cement in mortar and concrete industry for obtaining a lightened material. Now, there are plenty of examples. I'll show you one or two of blood red buildings. The present, so saying it's new, they always say that, invention relates to the use of blood in construction and building industry, whereby blood and extracts of blood containing hemoglobin are used as air entraining colloids. The recommended process for preparing a lightening material consists in associating a construction element chosen from the cements, mortars and concretes with at least one air-trained colloid chosen from the whole blood globules, red blood corpuscles and hemoglobin. The invention also relates to the lightening material obtained according to the process. Now, it seems that when you add different amounts of hemoglobin into these concretes and mortars, it makes for a perfect retardant, a lightening material, and a whole number of really beneficial things. Who knew? So yeah, it gives you the consistencies, how much blood, etc. It actually makes sense. Okay. To put blood in building materials, they're doing it. Okay, let's look at examples. We've got the blood red fort in Delhi, haven't you? We've looked into things like blood red, and the mortar between maybe red, looks black in some places, but it's red brick, isn't it? It's red. Looks less red there. But it's not the only example. This is a mind-blowing fort, this one in Delhi. I've looked into it. It's huge. It's kind of Star 40. It's a device. Anomalous building, etc., etc. But red, nevertheless. Next one. Always guess me this one. Hampton Court. Hampton Court. It's supposed to be Tudor, this building. Okay, it's supposed to be 500 years old. This is supposed to be Henry VIII's hangout, man. Yeah, it looks like red London brick, and it got built not long ago. Not really Tartarian as such. It looks mud flooded, because it is, and it's made in red bloody brick. Henry VIII, Tudor, psycho. Pisses off the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah. Sets up all this new religion. You know, this is like a pivotal moment in history. The Renaissance. He does the Reformation of the Abbeys, apparently. But he did, you know, that was, they got taken out in events, and they just attributed them to this guy, Henry VIII. In his lovely red brick, 500-year-old, when the rest of their images of Tudor England, okay, are just wood shit buildings, okay, with people chucking buckets of piss out the window and bring out your dead. They're not, you know, must be the king's not covered in shit, bring out your dead. And it's not though, is it? It's only red London brick, and it's mud flooded. So would the Phoenicians be sick enough to do such a thing? Maybe. Another red brick building is this one. It's Fort Sumter. And we're going to look into this a little bit, guys. You can't get photos of it being built. It's weird. It's huge. and it's not like a star fort I've ever seen. Basically what you get is this maybe 5-story like tenements inside, and on the back is a huge wall with holes. I've never seen anything like it. Now this thing kicked off the American Civil War, okay, apparently. So work started 1829, was incomplete by 1860, and when South Carolina seceded to the Union, the first battle of Fort Sumter began in 1861, okay, when Confederate artillery fired on the Union garrison. These were the first shots of the war and continued all day, watched by many civilians in a celebratory spirit. Now, after like 15 hours of bombardment, apparently, this thing turns to dust, apparently, but it's a really anomalous building. I can't work it out. It's there today, you can visit it, okay. Now it seems in the early days of the American Civil War, they want you to believe, using canister weapons and shot and all of these weapons they do have at the time, that families are going on their surreys with their picnic baskets to watch the artillery bombardments and the people dying. Any photos of that? And then there's the first battle of Bull Run, isn't there? The Battle of Manassas, yeah? The Great Skedaddle, where all the people from Washington turn up, occupy a hillside, which gets artillery, by the way, which is their own stupid fucking luck for actually going to watch a battle, and apparently watching people's heads get blown off by cannonballs, etc. Reality? I think it's a ridiculous notion, that's just me. Anyway, there it is. It's changed dramatically from what I'm about to show you. For some reason, these huge tenement blocks on the inside seem to be missing. The holes are still there, so it's all underground for some reason. I'll show you now. So, you know, we know where it is, don't we? It's in Carolina. So that's probably Beauregard's, oh no, it's Lincoln's. Advertising President Lincoln on the obstructions of resupplying Fort Sumter. Edward Ruffin and people associated. Just use inside, guys, right? Check this out. It's not the same building. You got these slits, you got these lower slits. Okay. That's in 1861. It's all in red brick and it is all absolutely huge. Okay. Look at the size of them cannons. So what kinds of soldiers are these guys with the top hats on? 2 days after the bombardment. But anyway, then this, so this is inside apparently Fort Sumter. After artillery, the right ragtag crew of soldiers apparently occupying it, and apparently capable of building such structures. So it's red brick. They're 3-story high. I think they go lower. One image I got seems to be 4. Greco-Romano columns, so it's the Phoenicians, guys. All this looks like London architecture, you know, what they attribute to be in Georgia. And on the other side of this is a huge wall. So what, these are like, I can't even work it out. And that is after the bombardment, where people went to watch all day. Look at the size of the cannon they got in here. Everything's dust, except for the Greco-Romano arch. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be impervious to whatever they shot. Where's all the cannonballs? Where is the cannonballs? The size of that. And the size of these buildings for this, you know. Yeah, there's Fort Sumter's there today. You don't see these high tenement type buildings with walls on the outside. Well, I hope you can hear my stomach rolling. So they're just like houses with slits on the inside, so you can battle. So they have a lot of cannon. And there you go, like, look, it's just like tenements. It's just really weird. Let's have a little look at that. Just like tenement blocks, but that's inside the fort. So I'll give you the link. You can look into obviously something for yourself, but it's highly interesting considering it doesn't really look like what they show us now. Ooh, what's that? Fire hose? It's the most strangest structure. Something really weird with these soldiers too. They don't look like they're... You've got the Confederate flag flying. Something's not fitting, is it? I can't work this out. I need an extra think. If you're going to go with official historical narrative, you're just going to get lost. Let's have a look at these. Sorry. Did I lose it? That's really weird, isn't it? Okay. Excuse me. Let's have a look at them guys again. Because they look strangely not up to much. These dudes. Actually looking like they might be soldiers, but not really. Got uniforms. Okay. Like I said, something's not fitting. It's not Stafford, it's like a Stafford lut. Isn't it? And that's where she's situated, okay? Oh, in the bay? South Carolina. And there's some of the trench systems. Look at this pounding into there. Look at that. Okay, red brick. Oh, look at that. It's exposed another arch behind the brickwork. Oh, isn't that interesting considering it was only supposed to be built then? Look. The face has come hard. Oh, this is good. Fine. And there. And there. There's a coin there. So you don't build a permanent structure, guys, like 20 years previous to this, to like build big arches, block up windows, and then cover them over with a facade. That makes no sense, does it? So, this was here before. See? Okay? Behind there. Face work, hidden. Taking the old world, covering up with red brick. Oh, I wonder. You know, they're black magicians, people, and they're big into fucking blood. Have a look who's got control of the blood. Oh, that is highly interesting. Just have a look at this one a minute, please. Wow. Oh yeah, I would definitely do guard duty in that one. You're no chance. Wow, they just shoot you out the sky. So, and today it doesn't seem to have that tenement. It's really weird. There, oh, look at that. So that is what it looked like after its pumbling in 1863. She's dustified. Wow. So arches there. Okay. What? Oh, I can't imagine what went on here. But a tourist bombardment seems like ridiculous. And 15 hours wouldn't do that. This was 1,000 artillery pieces. Look at it. Inside. Wow, that's like one apocalyptic setting if you're in there. It's like The Last Stand, isn't it? Whew. And that's 1863, 2 years after, and it's just a wreck at that stage. Jeez. What's all the wood for? What is all the wood for? Shoring up, maybe, who knows? What about that lorry? Is that a train wheel? What the wheel? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, what a bloody mess. So, I'm quite surprised myself to see such a level of destruction at this stage. I had no idea. These are walls and then tenements. There's a wheel again. And they just... wow. Just like dust. Could that... is that real? Can that be that they did that? It's metal there. The bottom. A lot of metal. So these are defences for what exactly? They're expecting a amphibious landing. Omaha Beach. It's just dust. So that's incredible. I was really surprised myself with something. It's a very good image, this one. Afraid I don't know what it is, some sort of inauguration or something. Anyway, gotta get on. That's quite good. So yeah, please share out. We're looking for some very anomalous building. I'm obviously no date and you can't get it being built. That's what it looks like today. Is a bit weird. So all of this is a complete rebuild, and the tenement blocks inside don't seem to be there. I don't know. Can't see them there, can you? Just a wall. So really interesting to me. Anyway, we're going to look into some more anomalous stuff to do with America. And if you follow Flat Earth British, you know we're into American city fires in a big way, and something's off. Completely and utterly off. All of us have worked this out by now with the narratives for Chicago. You know, kind of a giant fire burning all the city in 1871, rebuild the entire city, and then there's an existence of an entire civilization, which is their amazing exposition, which blows your mind, which also in turn burns to the ground. And of course, prior to all of this, they had huge buildings which they lift out of the mud, apparently with jacks, all at the same time, all in the mid to late 1800s, apparently. Anyone buying this? I'm not going to see construction. No, they're all mud flooders. This is 1871. Okay, they're all mud flooders, deep mud flooders, and incredibly selective fire. Okay, these trees have been blackened, but this building's completely missed. Trees absolutely stonking, and everything else is falling its footprint, roads clear, etc. for a firestorm. Okay, which we've talked about many times, have we not? Right, we got some Captain Kirkich photographs. There's some Chicago in there, and apparently, like as if by magic, okay, all of this turns into giant buildings in a year or two. Like, no time at all. It's all there. Again, it's really weird. We'll have a look. So yeah, I got some excellent photograph collections to give you. That's them. That's really sinister, that is. I'll show you now. And then in no time at all, okay, Chicago. Okay, it's the late 1800s, no cars, got the trams. Okay, electric trams. And then they've managed to build this entire world, which looks old. Phoenician architecture that has had antiquitech in the past. So when they're building all that, exactly. What about this Grant Memorial? I'm not sure it's for Ulysses S. Grant. Yes, it is. The American Civil War Union Supreme Leader. Okay, interesting. I looked into him. I looked into his life. He grew up in a hardware store. His father ran a hardware store. Quite an interesting man, Ulysses S. Grant. I love these Chicago pictures. They always have this big green where everyone's laying out, and these just most huge structures. But look, all mud flood. This could be anywhere. You need your front door up in the air, 1 story up, guys. No, you do. It makes perfect sense. You won't fall. You won't trip in the morning. If it's icy, you'll be fine. We'll give you grit. So, I'd like to know what that does. Maybe they keep their mop buckets in there, or they could keep their lawnmowers in there. All these Greco-Romano arches and these giant doors. Why are they so big? When the people only go through this little gap here. What are these doors? Why are they so big when you want to go through a little door? Little door, big arches. Little door, big arches. Huge arches. For the whole world's cities, buildings, which have been replicated. Exactly the same architecture and weirdness. Oh my god. They're creepy. Even more creepy. Oh my giddy aunt. Yeah. World's Fair Globage. Yeah, no wonder they look a bit, you know, spooky. Not surprised. Anyway. Ew. Wow. So yeah. Little doors for little people. Huge doors for huge people. Wow. Kirkgate score. Look at this little battlement. It's ancient. So yeah, wow on that building, erected when? AD. Sorry, I can't even see that. It looks like 1586 or something. 586. Erected AD. Can we get in any more on that? Well, have a look, guys. Better eyesight than me. Let me know in comments. I can't really see that. Is that 1886? I can't work it out. Look at this. No clock, so the mechanism is out. Is it there? No, it doesn't appear to be. It looks cracks through it. That's a highly good picture. So yeah, they managed to build an entire civilization in no time at all. All gets destroyed. Build it again. No time at all. Build massive, bestest exposition. No time at all. That gets burnt down. No time at all. Rebuild Chicago. No time at all. Here it is in a modern day. Now these things, right, what they do, guys, is they got a quarry local. Only it's not up and running at this time. Okay, Hardwick Stone and Barry Stone are not really doing that much business to arrive all of that stone on a horse carriage down here, right? Little stone one at a time. You're not going to get too much more. Have you seen the size on these peeps? Have you seen the size on these? Yeah, they could be concrete cast, but they're not. They're masonry stone. What about the columns? How did they lift the columns? How did they get the columns there on muddy roads? All of this built in no time at all when the city's been destroyed, guys. Phoenicians? That's a mind blower, that one. Look at that for a chunk. Flood-proof buildings. They build them to last. They build them for strength. They could do more. They could have a mechanism, pumping, all sorts. But wow. It's almost as if, you know, the water would come up to here and they could still occupy it and just step in and out here, and all this would be below water level. You see that? Yeah. So, some little skip through. We're going to be moving on because it's been a while, I know. So I'm on Monroe Street, like I say, guys. Humongous doors. Little tiny people. Why would that be? For the whole place. Why would that be? That is not good. They stuck it on a mechanism. all the energies of these will come through the, you know, the remnants of the technosmia. Everyone oblivious below don't know any of it. Sick. So yeah, you got the stone there on train, but the narrative for the train needs to be sorted out. Stevenson's rocket, early 1800s, the Manchester to Liverpool railway is nutty. Okay, is nutty. If the story is just nuts. I see the railways as being dug out earlier civilization. Same red bricks, same quality. It is not the Victorians. They have hijacked a civilization probably around the 1812 mark. Reset civilization, history books, etc. Art all altered, narratives all altered. Give you a load of Greeks for your science. Oh, that's true. They were definitely there. Yeah, all of them. They were there. Aristophanes was there. We have no evidence he was there, but we've been told. We've been told. We will trust these sources because they're all we got. Brentandos. Hey, Brentando. What is that? I thought that was Oswego. It's not. That's another anomalous city, Oswego, New York, with its star footage and its... So yeah, they got all that stone there. Huge doors. This is Gothic feeling. All of this. All of that glass. All of the... They don't make them in steel in them days, but there would have been steel in them. Oh, is this a Vanderbilt? No. But it is a Fifth Avenue mansion. Is it? Well, no. Michigan Avenue's just like Fifth Avenue in New York, guys. Water features. They're all so big, aren't they? There's not that many people around either early on, so for the coming population. I love that Michigan Avenue. Awful nice shot. There's that thing again where they keep the mops. Gas? It's got Antiquitech, and that is a beautiful looking bridge. Just have a look at that a minute. Older civilization. If you get photographs, I keep saying over and over, not that we can even trust them. So what we got here? Fireproof Hotel. Dearborn. I've looked into it. It was the first fireproof hotel. Thursday, 8th of October. Yeah, very modern looking. So, something's being built. The first fireproof building, but it is an official narrative, and I've looked into it in the past. But it had a few firsts, apparently. God, the Victorians are just so weird. I've always been like, I suppose you could say, I don't get obsessive, but an obsession with the Victorian era, the early Victorian era more, the Dickensian period. Figure I know why now. Just always been thinking about it. Always wanted to time travel back there and find out what this was really all about. What was really happening. They're shell casings. Are they shell casings? Well, it could be pipes. It's a Union Depot. But they do look like shell casings, but it's a depot. He's probably looking at the windows thinking, yep, mud flooder. Yep. You need that big door. Don't bang your head, mate. It's a low door. Bang your head on the way in. Any Phoenicians hanging about? Yeah. Keep an eye on the show, innit? That's all there is a show anyway. Reality is nothing like anybody thinks. It's just Too weird for words. Anyway, we're moving on. So Chicago's a bit awesome, isn't it, guys? So I'm here talking to myself. Please, guys, share this out. What? Yeah, all it's got built in the Victorian era, no problem at all. Marble columns, Venetian tops, Grand Hotel. See, I'm not buying any of this. Where's all the people? Where is all the people? The size of the doors, the mud flooders, the stones, the work, the effort, just for one of these buildings, never mind an entire city the size of Chicago, which is apparently destroyed. Wow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I like this one, Mr. Magoo, look at this. Doors down there. What's that called? Farragut. Farragut, yeah. Farragut. So there's the Farragut family coat of arms. A nice shiny antiquity ball. Is this a flagpole that has been highlighted out or something? Possibly. Why would they highlight it out? Maybe you never picked up. Wow, that was so good. Okay. Serious lack of peopleage. Such a busy city. Where's all the traffic? Who knows? What? Look at them. They're just massive chunks. Where's the people? Yes. I carry boxes on my cart, but I did have a job where I was bringing columns and a couple of stones for these buildings they built in Chicago that go up forever. And I carried all of that terracotta tile, which weighs a freaking ton, up on a ladder. All them stories up. It's farcical. It's really farcical, guys. Look at it. They never built this. They stole it all. They stole a civilization. Envied it. Because we had it going on. And they did this. Thanks. Not. Okay. It's just weird. It gets weirder. Anyway. Sort of weirder when I was just talking about Blood of the Tartars. Now these are probably Kirkage again. He's a supreme being at doing this stuff. So what you do is you get like people going in because they're sick and they want to go and see a load of deados. I go though because historical context. So they go into the catacombs, which you can do today, and then you get to witness this real weirdness, okay, which is 18.5 million dead. Catacombs that go on forever, which they haven't, you know, some of them they haven't even gone into. Some weird religious stuff going on, which is like apparently all A-OK with a lot of people. Yes, it's full of love. So yeah, they make like strange seating arrangements. You can sit there. Okay. I have a highly strange photograph that has shown up. I think it got sent in by Larry of an Indian massacre. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's something really up with that photograph. There's some on there that don't even look human. I don't even know what it is. Like fangs and stuff. I'll show you later. It's really weird, guys. So you have to go through these individually, unfortunately. But let me just show you one or two more. There's one, really, this is weird. This is weird. So weird. So this guy, or whatever. Okay, I'm not sure if he's big, but he seems to have a really huge pelvis. Can't really tell if it's perspective. So they're doing like a skull and crossbones thingy, and he's like in a deep hole of other beings. Now weird. So, was he a big cheese or something? Really weird. So yeah, they go on. I'm not going to spend too much time on looking at these, but yeah, really, really credible photographs, high quality. I've checked out the skeletons for like scratch marks or any sign of cannibalism, as you do. Not really spotted, but there are a lot of skeletons to choose from. It's all very weird. All their very weird religion of how to get rid of masses of the dead. Nobody will ask any questions. It's all very, very normal. Very, very normal. Okay. We'll just tell them, like, oh, this is just the dead of the city. We're an epidemic. Everything went going well. And then we put them underground. When the world population is not supposed to be all that at that period, they still can have tens of millions buried into the city. Who knew? It's not just this one either, is it, guys? Okay, that's the last one of these. So these tunnels apparently go on and on. They haven't excavated all. What a spooky job that would be, especially if you hear like groaning noises or something. Be out of there like a shot. So yeah, Chicago, I will link you them too. It's gone, weirdly gone, as in disappeared, and then it reappears as a big massive city. No problem at all. That's the Masonic Temple, that huge thing apparently. So look at it. Phoenician. She's looking right down at us. Well. So some more interesting stuff. This is a photograph. Now it says that this is before the motor car, before pavements apparently, in a what looks like a suburban street somewhere. Okay, so the Telegraph. You sure? What are these ones? No, not the telephone. No, it's not yet. It's Telegraph at this point in time, and there it is there. And now we have upper cables for transference of, don't know, maybe they're both just telegraph and they just, you know, can't do pavements, can't do roads, gutters, drainage, apparently no sewerage at this point looking like, but they can knock up two different forms of electrical communication. Isn't that interesting? Just saying. And this is just a link concerning electrical implements, which is really interesting. I'll give it to you anyway. But I'm not sure the context. That's battery. Boo! On a thumbnail or two ago, I showed creatures which look at fishy attributations. Okay? And these are them. These are them. And there are a list of incredible amounts of humanoid aquatic beings, amphibian. So this is the I suppose piscine or piscine, or I'll go with piscine. Okay, this is piscine and amphibian humanoids, and here he is, and he's got like folklore, myths, legends, hoaxes, So what we got? Myths. We got from all over the world these creatures. This is the bishop fish. Isn't that interesting? The bishop. And they got a fish hat. So what's this? Oh, Mamawata. Yeah, I've done that one. Okay, I've covered that a bit. Adoro, Solomon Islands. Anyway, Assyrian mythology, Dogons, Babylonians. Also have a watery being. Greek mythology, Egyptians, Brazilian mythology, Avatar of Vishnu in Piscaline form. Isn't that interesting? Naomi, fish-like amphibian spirits of the Dogon mythology. So there you are. Slavic, Filipino, Poseidon, so it's Nordic, Slavic, and it goes on to indigenous peoples of the Amazon. And legends of Japanese, Scottish folklore, in the Orkneys, European folklore, Japanese folklore. They talk about these things showing up everywhere in the world. So they look to be bearded, and they have strange blue hands. And this is from a weird IJ thing, 531. This was apparently drawn, and he's got clothes, and he has fish scale armor. So a reality. Well, all ancient cultures think that they are. Shame I've got more pictures. I'll give you the link anyway, because it's just, if you were interested in what that thumbnail was, it's them. It's these. It's the Piscine, the amphibious humanoids that showed up. Right, this is interesting. I've seen this around for a year or two. People keep thinking it's antiquity. It's not. It's this guy. It's Daniel Martin Diaz. And what he shows, he knows the Earth's flat, for a start off. I don't know too much about this guy, but he knows stuff, guys. He knows of the electromagnetics of this place. He shows a double torus. And it's just mind-blowing. I'll show you some now. He knows of Mount Meru and the firmament. He does put in UFOs and stuff. And what sort of this electrical conduits sort of electrifying this dome-like structure. So he uses sort of flat earth analogies. He uses waveform, electromagnetics, and it's all associated with a flat earth. In my mind, look at this, the human consciousness electromagnetically with some sort of, I don't know, electrical circuitry coming off the back of the brain where our perception receiving screen is supposed to be situated, so they say. Can't prove that though. So he shows our inertia plane, Mount Meru. Wow, this guy just so knows. He only shows flat earths. He only shows about his interpretation of consciousness. You see? The double torus, he has the North Pole hole. He has the Holy Grail. And he has the technasmia waves onto the ethereal plane. Does it don't? How can he know? Oh, does he know? Angels. Does he put him into an electromagnetic sense? Yeah, he sure does. Isn't that incredible? A lot of Masonic symbology, obviously. What's this? Gravitation and radiation. And he gives you the skull and crossbones, the laurel leaves of control, these Phoenician plants they keep showing. An optional universe of gravity-controlled light. Well, there's no such thing as gravity. It's electromagnetic acceleration. There's no need for gravity. The rest is covered with density and buoyancy. But yeah, get that. I get the drift. Isn't that interesting? How does he know? This is one dude I would like to talk to. Okay. He's in the know. He's in the know. Any more flat earthy stuff? Yes, look at all this. Ethereal plane. So you get that hidden hand. So the water's below, water's above, Mount Meru, the plane above us. Multi-layered. But it does do, look at this. Babylon, Tower of Babel, Star-Forwarded city, or ancient city, and he's just chucking in the UFO bullshit. If they're that, no, it's not bullshit because I've seen UFOs, but I'm just saying they're not from outer space or anything. But he's not saying that. But I don't do greys. But this place is very big, and there is other stuff in here and outside. The hell within him, for within him hell. And they have a city from antiquity with a space rocket. Or a missile. And what are them cubes floating above the mountains? God, it is so trippy and intriguing. Well, one more. Tower of Babel. With, oh my god, Baphomet sat astride it with an electromagnetic wormhole spewing out electromagnetics. Look at this, guys. Oh. Anyway, that's my interpretations. Enjoy them. I'll give you the link if you haven't seen him before. It's a bit of a trip. He does all sorts. Religious themes, all antiquity related, all electromagnetic related, and as far as I can see, flat earth related. He's doing it from a sonic standpoint though, but I think he can see. Not saying he's there on their side. So we got the, he knows 100%, 100%. He's got Deu, all seeing eye, God. 13. The Jesuits, the hourglass, and the end product. So he knows. A Montserrat. We never sleep. Got the electromagnetics coming off that same as triangle we see in all these depictions, guys. So look at that one. And there's them shapes again. Yeah, this guy's very knowing. I wonder where he gets his information, because we discovered as I got organically, and he seems to already know the alchemical information as well. Moving on. So this is weird. If you remember 2 posts ago, I talk about weirdly these sperm-like creatures have been put in all antiquity. You get them on wallpaper. You get them on decorations for the really sinister picture. Mirrors of the past safeguarding our future, which is a reset symbol. You may remember. Well, there's a narrative out there about them, and it's spooky. Obama's painter has long predatory perverse history of sneaking in sperm into his paintings. I shit you not, guys. Apparently this painter, let me just show you the pictures. I just want to go with their narrative. So there he is. See that wallpaper in the background full of Solomon sigils? You see the faces? Phoenicians? Watch this. It's them same things again, guys. And why that wallpaper? And a really terrible Obama picture, but he put one in his head. Is it parasites? Is it a parasitical invasion like Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Is that what happened? You predictively program us enough, guys, to think that it might be. So there it is there. And these obscure pictures of Napoleon leading his army into the Alps. So Napoleon's apparently some Araby looking dude with camos on and a pair of Dr. Martens, and in the background same sigils, same evil faces, horns, mouth, you see it? Knees. Not unusual. Just a bit of curio, guys. We're moving on. Ew. So these are another ones I can share to you. These are from Captain Kirk. We're going to go into images of the day. These are pretty good because there's no population. But see what time we got left at the end. Images of the day and then some information. I want to talk to you all. Shares, etc. And I'll be back in a day or two. And I really will be as well. Okay. This has been a really hot summer. And yesterday has been absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at these. So we got some Mexico City pictures sent in to me by kind sub, which are very beautiful. You have electricity apparently. See? There's no wires coming off here. These are the telegraph, I suppose. There. Don't know what this is though. There's only the one there. Blocked up windows. Why? Only in the dust. Yeah, and Stockton, California again. Larry sends me loads in. It's a pretty interesting place. It's an inland port in California. So the elites in their fine Surreys. Sure what that is. Oh, it's an umbrella. So they're doing pretty fine. If you're Spanish speaking, you're alright there. Mexico City, 1900. Whew, the Phoenicians stomped all over that culture, didn't they? Whew, jeez. And like in Chicago just now, huge columns, huge doors, huge columns, same architecture, no matter where you are. And tiny little people. But we got the motor car there because it's the Edwardian era, or so they say. So it is beautiful, guys. It is a beautiful place. It's something I've looked into. I've been looking for some good Mexico photos. Sorry about that. So yeah, they seem to have just big muddy forecourts, a lot of aerials. That's not clear enough, but they are sent from a phone. But they have more of an infrastructure than some places. Ah, the colonials. Wow, they do such amazing things. Yeah. They do all the work themselves, you know. Because you see it in the pictures. No, you don't. That's the thing. You don't see any of this being built, not really. And these obelisks either side of Park Road, you get them in everywhere in Christendom. So that's just a phrase. Anywhere in the Western world, or this Phoenicia. Device. They gotta be device. So what we got here? Jamaica. Port Royal, one of the richest cities on earth, destroyed. So, Greco-Romano installed church in Mexico City. And look at this beaut. Oof. Right on the... That looks really old, set in stone. Been there a while. And like I said, in the centre of the city, they seem to have like just huge areas with no paths. Just dust paths. You know, leading up to that obelisk, you'd think there'd be some civilization here, wouldn't you? A column of independence and just a muddy big field right in the centre of the city. Weird. So yeah, this is Roof Garden, Stockton, hotel in Stockton. Inside that place is mind-blowing. And some more of Stockton in America, which was in a port in California, which is anomalous because it's full of Tatarian architecture. Huge doors and looks like everywhere else on earth. Stockton jail. And look like we just seen in Chicago. So, I'm not sure. But it's a nice picture and they're all mud flooders. Doors in the air. That's one of the earliest you can get. It was there, up and running. And then he just put this port right in the middle of it all. Which is pretty cool. Tataria. What's that? That's a good one. Let's have a look at that. Ooh, whistle. Okay. We're moving on. Stockton is a huge port with Italian buildings in the middle of inland, and it's been there a while. Very anomalous, all mud flooded. Okay, 1907, and the Speary Flower. That's a granary. This is supposed to be, we've seen it before. Let's have a look at this for a bit. This is a civilization apparently up and running, built, ready, looking modern, some of the houses, and it's the earliest photograph in reality they give us when we know they were there before. So what is it with this picture? The buildings are mud flooders, show all brick and this white stonework where it's been whitewashed. The oldest apparently humans caught on cameras by Shining shoes. But there it is, nothing's being built, it's up and running. The trees are maybe bigger down there. I was going to say relatively new along here. Just wonder, because it's the first photograph in reality, could it be that they're just telling us something and you've got to look harder? You find that with a lot, you know. So, Stockton. If you're from Cali, you might enjoy these. Thank you for them, Larry. Very nice place. And there's something being built there. This place. Okay. It's rather beautiful. Just view of Stockton City. So there you are, a port, which is apparently flooded at that stage. Nowhere near the city. Nowhere near the sea. Wow. Okay, interesting place. And there's the giant station. And a view of San Francisco. This is from 1830, guys, apparently. This is what you get. So that's it in 1830, and in, like, they built that giant city that goes on all the way forever up these hills. But in 1830, okay, there's nothing much there. It's like a village. So we need some gold panners. They're really, you know, good at building giant Italian structures, aren't they? Or structures. Just tributes anything to Gold Rush, the Irish. So I don't believe this, but he's on the top of a church roof, I guess. And it's Cornelius, the first photographer, and he's there looking out. It's his first photograph ever, apparently. Whatever. Yeah, one of the earliest of San Francisco. Let's have a look. Yeah. Is it really? With Alcatraz? Okay. Old World America. Now this is incredibly interesting. Interior of Skudurabaj after a massacre by Felix Bieto. Now what you get here is sinister. Sinister. So it's a Greco-Romano temple. All of the flowers flowing. It's the whole field of Phoenicia. A couple of people. But let's have a look at some of these dead, because there's a whole load of skeletons down below. Okay, can I mag in anymore? I wish that word would disappear. So yeah, this guy, hang on a minute. Probably be better if I download. Sorry about that. Just need to mag up my words in when I show you something. Please hang around to the end. I have a word for you all. We're doing the Saving Humanity business. Things happening, so you may want to hear. Because if British, the eye of the time, ding ding ding, ding ding ding, rising up. Yeah, man, I do that run. Woo! I do the Rocky run. I'm doing now. Come on. So I'm not going to go and track that. It's there somewhere. Anyway, so what it shows you is shitloads of skeletons, but some of them, oh, if only I could get lower. Like there's one guy staring at you right here, but that fucking word is in the way. I lost my picture now. Is it there? No, it's not there. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, Phoenicians, mass murder, load of skeletons. Something really bad happened there. This is incredibly interesting to me. I watched a video someone passed me by some guys covering inventions of a Victorian called Keeley. This device is amazing. It's genius. And what it is a water implosion device. Okay? And it works on this principle. I'll tell you. When you have knocking, like bam, 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 in your water pipes in your home, well, that is a pressure wave where it hits something, it can't go no further, the pressure builds up, and then it creates a pressure wave, which creates a bang. So what they've done what this guy's done is he's created a pressure wave to the extent that apparently is infinity. Okay, they redirect this pressure wave, okay, to this device. There's different pumps, they do different things. This pump, however, produces water that's put in, and the water becomes ionized, and apparently the pressure waves, okay, make it microwave. So from water to usable energy from water implosion. Okay, this is amazing stuff. I'll pass you the video, watch it for yourself. Mind-blowing stuff, mind-blowing, and doable in my mind. Doable in my mind. So more Phoenicians in Paris. Let's have a look at this building. About the Paris Exposition. So you've got Statue of Liberty. Wow. Humongous doors. Humongous doors. No people though. Cavona. Cavona. Let's have a look under this domage. Yeah, no Phoenicians. That's pretty epic. Great Exposition of Paris. That's what it looked like. They had also a glass domage, which they would. Oh, my stomach's rolling. I gotta eat. Great Expositions, which have been looked into a lot lately. This is my day out the other day up in a place called Matlock, which is really weird because it's in Derbyshire, and they basically put a seaside resort on a river, which is more successful than my local seaside resort in Barry Island. So the mud looks like it's come down here, unless they cut it away and built the house into the hill, which makes no sense. So yeah, that was pretty good. Technasmia. So it was a really beautiful little place. So I bought myself decks, only on a cheap, really cheap. Bit of bob on a nice summer day. So this is indication, this image of fasces being used as an electromagnetic principle. You have the same Dunce's hat, the old CNI, plasma discharge controller with a lot of leaves, okay, scales, and she's holding a fasces, and out of the fasces is lightning bolts. Oh, fasces active, okay, showing you. So I think that's pretty damn good evidence, don't you? And also this Phoenician with the old CNI, exactly the same scenario. She has a yeah, it's not showing you plasma discharge, but it's around the eye, and she's holding this fash because it means unity and all sticking together. But we'll forget the fish hat and all the like really sinister stuff and the dark element, and the whole thing is evil. So here's another one: libertine, fraternity, bullshit. Fasces, okay, and it shows you the Dunce's hat, because everyone in reality they're saying is stupid, I think. I'm not sure. All CNI, and again the fasces plasma discharge symbol. Interesting, isn't it? So there's my decks. There's other decks. Somebody, Larry, again, well, I think yes, went to a visit Chicago, San Francisco, with his wife, and thanks guys, they took some photographs. This is the actual Great Exposition this week in San Francisco, or what's left of it. So John Levy has posted about this all the time. He loves this building, so I hope he enjoys it. So all of this would have been the Great Exposition. Now it's just rubble there, nothing there, just that bit left. So there she is, San Francisco. Nothing there, apparently 200 years ago, according to a pencil drawing. So there you are, the Italian building. We can see Larry's wife. And this building you've seen on many images of San Francisco torched. It's took a pounding, and it's also one of their buildings. Wow. Look at that dome. gold. Yeesh, thank you for that. So it'd be a nice place to go and do a bit of tourism, wouldn't it? San Francisco. So, thank you for these lovely San Francisco pics this week. God, I get around, don't I? We get around, I should say. Anyway, beautiful day out there. Now, this will be uploaded later. This will be my Flat Earth British effort. Now I'm going to talk about some stuff. Now, Flat Earth British. Now, this is my webpage. If you don't know about it, all the information for everything you need, and this is upcoming in a very short space of time. By the way, I lost my phone and all my contacts. I think I had it stolen Saturday night. I had to pick up another cheap thing, but all my contacts are like literally gone. So we're looking at like 2 weeks away. Yeah. So if you want to like hear me do a presentation, I'm going to be presenting elements of all of this, but I'm going to show you it will be mind-blowing. And the bookage, hopefully at some stage, is going to be going through here. Now you can, hopefully it will be ready in time for the convention. If not, because it's a bit of hard work, it will be order forms. Now this book is like no other, ever. Okay, and that's happening. So if you want to find out about all the channels to learn from, go on this resources page. Okay, you can find them all in there, and everything you want to find out about Flat Earth British topics and concepts. Okay, I'm going to give you a recap in a minute before I go tell you what I've been thinking about. I'm on Instagram, am I? Well, this just happens. Anyway, and Beauty Books. This is my publishers, and basically it's only going to be a week or two now till this is kicking off, guys. This is the last throws now, and I'm going to be doing this. Exciting, isn't it? Spread the word, Flat Earthers. Yeah, Flat Earth British. Remember him? Been here since get-go. Just got a Flat Earth book. It's a killer. Yeah. Worth millions. So, Martin's book is due to be published in September 2019. Pre-order the paperback direct from Bewley's Books and get £4 off recommended price. You can do that through this. Okay, so I will link this up, and I'm going to do a competition whereas you can win bookage signed by myself, and it's worth having because it'll be in a historical context in the future. Okay, trust me on that. So, other stuff happening now. If you need any hemp products, I'm going to come back. Actually, I'm going to come back. I need to talk. You all need to talk. So what I'm doing is this. This will be popular. Anyway, tough. I want people to look in on the Flat Earthers, guys. Yeah, I want people to look in and think, like, wow, these Flat Earthers is just fucking fantastic people. They're just so kind and they're always helping and thinking of others. Yeah, instead of like, don't I'm thinking like, selfish in any way. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, we're going to be thinking about ways of helping people, and Martin has a plan, a cunning plan, and it will work. First, if you need any hemp products because you're in pain, don't be, I mean this now, I will get my hair off, okay, not literally. Don't take any painkillers, don't take anything from Big Pharma. Tell them to go get fucked, they're trying to kill you. Get on natural herb products like CBD oil. Okay, now Gillian, my friend, she runs like the proper business for hemp. Okay, and there it is, employment. And I'll put the details in. This girl rocks, and the products are the best. Okay, some of these local chemisty ones, like the one you're buying in the chemist. Yeah, with a big ganja leaf in the chemist window. All them people suffered needlessly for years, lost families, jailed for years, for what? Now it's in the chemist. No, any apologies? Any compensation? And plants. Okay, now this is what I'm thinking. Now I have a friend who's in real estate in America, real estate, or is an estate agent who has like a lot of properties that I can get my hands on, like with an amazing deal. So what I'm going to do is this book, if it does earn Flat Earth British think tank any money, I'm thinking I'm basically like renting a block of buildings and occupying them with homeless people, saving, like what we're thinking on doing actually is I'm going to do a foundation, okay, underlying, okay, to help people. I will set up things that I can look at, I can monitor, because I wouldn't trust them or their fucking charities as far as I can throw them, but I can trust me with this. So what I will do is I will set a charities, I would choose destinations like a village in India that might need water pumps because their water supply is so naff. Just little tokens, just do something in the meantime for Flat Earth, okay, while this Flat Earth book circulates and wakes up many more. So how does that sound? Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I'm going to be helping, setting a foundation, I'm going to be helping people this year coming. It's all happening. Do you like that? Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, I'm in a certain position here, guys. Okay, I have a voice. Yeah, I'm a public speaker. Many listen to me. But, like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to go and waste that on being selfish, am I? So what can I do? Well, what I can do is can make a difference. Okay? I'm going to make a big difference to humanity and also help where we can, is what I plan. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm happy now. I'm happy. I'm back. Flat Earth British, make sure to share this out. If you don't know what just happened, don't even worry about it, okay? It's just new. It's new. Okay, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to learning Martinese, okay? It's a new type of tongue. It's sort of Welsh. It's something, it's not. It's just my language, okay? You'll learn it. Watch again. Watch this again. So what we talk about, the Fort Sumter is a right headbanger. I don't know what happened there. It's really nuts. Some sort of strange multi-story complex Star 40 thing, which kicks off the American Civil War. Highly interesting. Did they put blood of the Tartars in the red brick because they're sick, and all the bones are where I just showed you? Chicago was built for giants. It basically appears, it burns down, and then it appears and burns down, and it appears, burns down. It even lifted out of the mud in between somewhere. Anyway. So the shared thoughts and everything else. So I hope that was an enjoyable video. I will be back very soon, and I will be back very soon, guys. I've got a lot of information stored up that I just haven't had the time, as I said, working on Bookage. I've got other stuff happening in the background, okay, which I have. So on the real estate, if any of you American peeps over there would like to relocate back to the home country, okay, like Wales is safe, and get some like really cheap properties, okay, contact Martin, Flat Earth British, and I'll sort you out, okay? Not really, okay? Any of you have got that ideas? I'm thinking bigger. Get to the convention, come and see me. I'm going to splatter all your minds, okay? And then the world media's minds as well. They won't feel well after it. Peace and love. Have a good time, whatever you're doing. If you're going carnivaling, festivaling, whatever, dancing, happy stuff, do that. Be good. Spread the love and keep telling them the truth. That's what we do, yeah, alright? I'm back. I am really, really back. I am so gonna kick fucking ass. Peace and love.